We are 2 weeks away from SummerSlam when it is the 18th of July edition on Monday Night Raw. We were promised a few days ago this was going to be TV14, then they did a U-turn. So how did the show end up? Well, we kicked off with Titus O'Neil talking about he's a WWE Global Ambassador. Yeah, he says making it to the Hall of Fame as a Warrior recipient, right? And I mean, you could probably rant on that for 10 minutes. Why is this guy being put in the Hall of Fame? Because of work with sick kids. Like, realistically, why is that anything to do with the WWE Hall of Fame? And to be honest, 80% of the Hall of Famers don't even deserve the ring. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I understand why he's got it, but it's like, how can like Austin and Taker be in a Hall of Fame and practically have the same level of Hall of Fame status within the Hall of Fame as someone who visits kids in the hospital? I mean, Titus O'Neil, I've got nothing against the guy, apart from when he kissed his son on the lips. Weird. But how can he say the greatest moment in his WWE career is being a WWE Global Ambassador? What does that do for me? What does that do for the product? It is a load of fucking shit. That's what it is. This is horrendous. This kicked off the show. He says, here at WWE, we don't bring in politics, we don't bring in religion, we don't do any of that. Apart from all the times that we have, but we'll gloss over it, brother. But yeah, he says, welcome to Monday Night Raw, and it's like, I mean, people were saying about this, you could hear when Titus O'Neil was saying this, it wasn't coming from him. It was like they were saying, this is them addressing the McMahon controversy in recent weeks. Was it? Was it really? Had fuck all to do with McMahon this? I mean, he says you've got to have goodwill, but what's that got to do with the McMahon controversies? I don't know. McMahon came out after the controversies and just basically said, John Cena's coming back next week, son. Titus O'Neil just doesn't have the McMahon star power to pull that off, but we have to move on to our next segment. We have Belair, Lynch and Carmella having a war of words. And this, I mean, of course, has just build up to the Women's Championship match between Belair and Carmella, but we had Asuka in this before. You take away Carmella, this has been dragging on for so long. Becky Lynch comes out wearing like half a straight jacket and it looks like a neck brace. It just looks alright. Bianca Belair, we made a video 10 reasons why she sucks. We could make another 10 reasons from this promo in the match alone, but yeah, take the belt off her. And then the worst thing about it, I mean, is the match, because you've got Corey Graves. I mean, the commentary team alone, I mean, it's Corey Graves, Byron Saxton, and that other guy, can't remember his name, and Becky Lynch on comment. It's fucking horrendous. You've got Saxton up Bianca Belair's ass, you've got Corey Graves up Carmella's, and then you've got Becky Lynch, and they're both all doing the count out when Belair was on the deck. It was horrendous. Belair retains, of course she's going to retain, man. She's taking her on at SummerSlam. Do we actually think Carmella had a fucking chance here? Of course not. But yeah, I mean, I don't even know if this kicked off the show. That's just the way the clips went. So I'm assuming this kicked off the show because Titus O'Neil definitely did. So yeah, Women's Championship match. Won't be the only championship match of the night because we have 24/7 title extravaganza later on. Then we have the KO show. We had like Miz TV and the KO show on the same night. See, back in the day, like in that shows like the Cutting Edge or Jericho's. I mean, it was like Talk is Jericho. It was like once every like month. Now it's every week and it's the same old shit. Basically, Owen's saying that Orton's away injured. He lost his best friend, like Riddle lost his best friend, and that maybe they should team up and call themselves Bro KO Bro, whatever. Basically, he says, well, the biggest snake in the company is Randy Orton, which Riddle's like, I don't like the way you're talking about Randy. And then, Seth Rollins' music hits. Burn it down. I mean, it's just, the music is fucking horrendous. Owen says he's got nothing to do with it. Riddle looks at the Titantron. Happens again. I've got nothing to do with it. Out comes Rollins. 2 curb stomps. We move on. We then have Rey Mysterio taking on Damian Priest. We're like hyping up here. It's the 20th anniversary of Rey Mysterio. Do we care? I mean, I'm pretty sure like last year we were doing a 30th anniversary. So what's better? 20 years in WWE or like the 30 years of his career? I'm not saying 20 years in the company, you can't be, but why did they do this? And then Priest beats him, but then after the match, they're about to do a concerto to Rey, and they're on commentary. How can they do this to a legend like Rey Mysterio? No, he's not. Like, yes, he's a legend, but he's a fucking competitor. They're making it that it's like 90-year-old Terry Funk in there. Like, they're battering. No, it's the guy who's active on the roster. Like, the same age as, like, Brock Lesnar. What? And Cena? Why can't? And Orton? Well, I mean, not right. Orton's a bit younger, but the point still stands. It's fucking retarded. Judgment Day basically say, oh, well, Dominic, we're going to batter your dad if you don't join us. Dominic comes out, says he'll join them if we don't hurt him. Then Priest turns around and says, don't work like that around here, pal. And then, yeah, he hits Dominic with a chair. It's awful because they hit him in the back, and then they hit him in the back. Well, they hit him in the stomach, then the back. It's like, what happened to TV14, man? Unprotected chair shots, no getting it. And then Ray manages to roll at the ring and avoid it. We then have a promo backstage saying that Judgment Day is going to ruin the Mysterio's 20th anniversary in WWE. But again, Judgment Day kicked off with Edge and Damian Priest, added Rhea Ripley, added Finn Balor, and now we just have Priest and Balor. Horrendous. We then have Omos challenging Angelo Dawkins to a match. During this, MVP says that he would fight them, but he's not ready. But Omos is ready for a match. So yeah, we have that match. But then Adam Pearce comes out, well, MVP, you said you were going to take them on, but you weren't ready. You've got your clothes off now. You're ready. So yeah, that set up that tag match. And then we had more vignettes. I don't know who's behind these. I mean, who could it be? Does anyone care? I mean, could it be Kane? I don't know. Is it Bray Wyatt? Is it The Fiend? Is it Chris Benoit coming back for the TV14 return? I don't know. Don't really care. But yeah, we have this tag match between Omos and MVP taking on the Street Profits. Whoop-de-doo, do we care? Not really. Out come the Usos. Ends in a DQ, and then they're saying on commentary, oh, Jeff Jarrett, he's going to be special guest referee here. Now, do we care about this, or do we care about the fact that Jeff Jarrett is teaming up with Jay Lethal to take on Ric Flair and Andrade? Probably care more about that. So yeah, this ended in DQ. Horrendous. The Usos were sick of them. The Street Profits are shite. How The Rock said this guy's going to be world champion at Montez, I don't know. I don't know why he said that. But yeah, horrendous. Then we have the interviewer Sarah Schreiber backstage. She's going to introduce The Miz. But then Fear Mahan comes out of nowhere, starts chuckling to himself, then says boo and walks off. Ho ho! And then The Miz is like, I think he likes you. Then Miz says, oh, hopefully Logan Paul's going to retract his challenge for SummerSlam tonight. Then walks off. Well, we'll find out later. Out comes Austin Theory. Slabbering about AJ Styles, and then AJ Styles comes out, tries to get stuck into him, but then Fury, this is actually pretty decent. Fury buries him. He says, I'm the youngest US champion, youngest Money in the Bank, I've did it within a year. What were you doing at my age, hitting phenomenal forearms and some Georgia Barnes against fucking hillbillies? You know what, I don't really rate Fury, but it was alright. Got a chuckle out of me. And this basically sets up a match for later. We then have a recap of how Belair and Becky Lynch rivalry began. Didn't watch this. It was 4 minutes. What's the point? I know the feud. It's bored the tits clean off me since the beginning. So there you go. That's the feud. We then have a 6-women's tag match. Bliss, Asuka, Dana Brooke versus Doudrop, Nikki Ash, and Tamina. But the 24/7 rule is still in effect here. And they mention on commentary that, I can't even remember who was the champion at the start of this match, right? But they say, oh, they have the power during a match. They actually have the rule turned off. But during this match, they all start pinning each other. Tozawa starts pinning them. Bliss pins it. And there was a spot, right, where Bliss wins with the DDT. Doudrop runs and does a crossbody. But it's like a botch, because the way she lands on Bliss's knees, like full weight, and her knees fly back, like, and almost touch her in the face. Like, could you have that fat bastard doing that move? You're lucky you're not dead. Seriously, like, fucking lucky. You're no deed. But yeah, we then have who wins it? Dana Brooke wins, runs off, and then Bliss, I think, or is it no, Asuka pins and picks up the win for her team. We then have Styles, Fury, Dolph Ziggler at ringside. He costs Fury the win here. Aye, hillbilly battering machine. AJ Styles beats Fury, so there we go. Austin Fury in the mud. Not really. But then the Mysterios remain vigilant ahead of their 20th anniversary. Dominic Mysterio, boring bastard. Ray, you should fucking abort this guy, because he's boring as fuck. Or just let Eddie win the ladder match. One of the two things you've got to do. And then in our main event of Raw, we had The Miz come out and Logan Paul spar back and forth. It was alright. Logan Paul says, well, he's not surprised Miz rejects his challenge since he has balls the size of blueberries, which was alright, which prompted the Miz to rip off his suit to reveal a t-shirt that says, hello, my balls are massive, of course, tying back to his shirt where it said, hello, I'm the Miz and I'm awesome. So that was pretty good. And then obviously the Miz gets riled up about this and then accepts the challenge. But then what's this whole feud with Ciampa, or feud partnership? I don't know what the partnership is with Ciampa. Ciampa then attacks Paul from behind. Paul then actually manages to get the upper hand on him 2-on-1, rolls out the ring, and he's like, yeah, I win, I'm victorious. And that is your Raw. Logan Paul ending it on a high. If he was the main event, I'm not sure, but you know what, we had a couple of decent segments on this Raw. I haven't watched Raw in ages, so I mean, am I going to rate it high? I mean, the matches, I just don't care about the matches. You know, there was some stuff that was alright, but nah, fuck. Like, the matches are horrendous. There's just nothing. Like, the segments were actually alright, but the matches, I mean, the 24/7 stuff was horrendous. I'm going to give it a 2. There was some stuff that made me laugh, which is rare for a WWE show. But anyway, till next time, 2 out of 10 for Raw, back for NXT. But, peace.